A weird phrase is plaguing scientific papers, and we traced it back to a glitch in AI training data. Now, at first, I was really excited about this article because I thought that it would demonstrate that AI essentially came up with an entirely fake scientific phrase, and it just got accepted in full. That's not exactly what happened, but I still think that this is worthy of consideration. So essentially what happened is that scientists discovered a peculiar term appearing in published papers, vegetative electron microscopy. So it sounds technical, but it's nonsense. It's become a digital fossil, an error preserved and reinforced in AI that is nearly impossible to remove from our knowledge repositories. Now, here's why. This term comes from previous papers, including all the way back from the 1950s, before AI was being used, and it was a term that somebody else came up with. It was incorrect, and there were corrections that were made to the papers. They were the journal would publish corrections to the paper, but it's still there. Or in other cases, including 2017 and 2019, it was a translation error. So this thing exists, this term existed before AI was a thing, right? Now, unfortunately, what that means is that all the training data that we have includes this term because it's included in scientific papers. So then you can make a logical inference as to what AI is going to do with that data. So even though there are people who are contesting the term and whether it's a real term or not and whatever, and they're trying to fix it, unfortunately, it exists. And as a result of that, the results were revealing. OpenAI's Geppetto 3 consistently completed phrases with vegetative electron microscopy. Earlier models, such as Geppetto 2 and BERT, did not. This pattern helped us isolate when and where the contamination occurred. And so what they did is they prompted their way through the different models to determine when the term showed up versus when it didn't. And so by judging the different models, they could tell what training data was used. So you can have a look here. And there's a common crawl data set of scraped internet pages where they found the most likely place that the term came from. Now, it's millions of gigabytes in size, and you could do a simple keyword filtering to take it out, but it could also eliminate legitimate references such as this article. So you can kind of see the chicken and egg problem here, right? Can everybody see the problem? So a term from a 70-year-old scientific paper is part of training data for AI. AI thinks it's a real term. It perpetuates it as a real term. If you ask for it, it comes up as if it were a real scientific term. It is not. It has been contested long before AI came into being, but now you can't just filter it out because we now have legitimate references to it, such as this article before me or this stream. So now you have to wonder. This is exactly why I had the syllogy that I came up with, and I posted it on X. So a syllogy is basically a series of premises that come to a conclusion. And the syllogy is really simple. Premise 1, AI is created by humans. Premise 2, all humans are imperfect. Conclusion, all AI will be imperfect. What people think we're doing with AI is speedrunning positive aspects of humanity. In reality, what we're doing with AI is we're speedrunning the imperfections of humanity. And in some cases, yes, in some cases, AI has some things that it can do better than a human, depending on context, but it's very narrow and limited context. And I've covered a few on here. But this is exactly the kind of problem that we speedrun, because unless this was discovered, right, unless you had a subject matter expert who prompted the AI to come up with, I just want to read the term again, vegetative electron microscopy, and looked at it and went, what the hell is this? This would not have been discovered.